Salam, peace be with you. I want to tell you a story, a personal testimony about a pilgrimage that didn't require me to leave my home, yet changed my entire world. It's a story about 180 days of dedicated, intentional gratitude, a humble experiment that blossomed into a profound, spiritual transformation. 6 months ago, my soul felt restless. My focus was on the lack, the worry, and the endless anxieties that felt like heavy chains. I knew deep down that the answer wasn't more striving, but more surrender and thanksgiving. I asked myself a challenging question, one that perhaps you've pondered too. Could simply acknowledging God's daily blessings truly shift the tide of my life? The world tells us to hustle, to demand, to take, but faith in its quiet wisdom calls us to receive with grace and to give thanks in all circumstances. So I began. Every morning and every evening, I consciously listed the evidence of his constant love, the breath in my lungs, the sunrise painting the sky, the warmth of a simple meal. It felt mechanical at first, a spiritual discipline more than a heartfelt connection. But then, as I persisted, through trials, small triumphs, and ordinary days, the miracle began to unfold. This wasn't just a mental exercise, it became a worshipful habit. I realized that true gratitude is a form of spiritual sight, enabling you to see the hand of the Almighty in the minuscule details of your existence. It's recognizing that everything is a gift, from the challenging moments that forge our character to the moments of pure, unmerited joy. The first major shift was peace. The constant clamor of worry didn't vanish, but its voice grew quieter. When a challenge arose, my first impulse was no longer fear, but a quiet, internal affirmation. This too is part of a greater divine plan, and I am grateful for the strength to face it. I found myself trusting, truly trusting, in God's timing and His provision. That daily acknowledgement of blessing became a shield against the enemy of despair, a continuous prayer that grounded me in the present moment. Beyond the internal peace, the external reality began to soften and align. It's as if the universe, hearing my consistent vibration of thankfulness, responded in kind. Opportunities I wasn't looking for appeared. Relationships that were frayed began to mend through simple acts of kindness I was now motivated to perform. I wasn't attracting things in a transactional way. I was simply seeing the abundance that was already surrounding me, an abundance I had been blind to because my gaze was fixed on scarcity. This daily practice became my daily bread of faith. It taught me that ingratitude is spiritual arrogance, a refusal to accept the gift. Gratitude, conversely, is the humility of the believer, the open-hearted acceptance that we are sustained by a power far greater than ourselves. It transformed my relationship with my Creator, from one of constant petition to one of continuous praise. My prayers didn't cease, but they were now infused with a deep, confident sense of already received blessing. By the end of the 180 days, the person who started this journey was gone. In her place was someone deeply rooted, profoundly peaceful, and utterly convinced of the sustaining power of God's grace. I had discovered that a grateful heart is not a result of a perfect life, but the key to living a life that feels perfect no matter the circumstance. It is the highest form of prayer because it acknowledges the source of all goodness. So I share this testimony with you today, not as a self-help tip, but as a spiritual imperative. Try it. For just 6 months, commit to a radical, relentless pursuit of thankfulness. Watch as the anxieties of this world fall away, revealing the unshakable foundation of grace beneath your feet. Discover, as I did, that when you truly lean into the power of a grateful heart, you literally rewrite your story, not by your will alone, but in beautiful partnership with the divine.